Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you and formally introduce Bob, Cos, and Arthur, the Play No Games podcast.
It's your favorite podcast where we talk about real life and exchange a few laughs. We sticking to our path. When you find understanding, just know that will never last. We ain't here to play no games.
What's poppin', you guys? It's Cartier Rob back here again, and this has been a long time coming, and I'm gonna throw alley-oop to my man over there. It's been a minute, but he got the juice.
Yeah, I got 14-day notice that I gotta get back on my shit. Otherwise, they're gonna kick me off the podcast. So if you do or don't see me next week, just know like it wasn't my intentions to not be here. So I guess I'm on probation. But I digress. It's Take Forward again, as usual. I got my boy Cos to the right of me, and to the left of me, I have this dude. He does a lot of stuff. He good with the camera, he good with marketing and stuff. But how I initially met him was at an artist in the local metro area here, just going to different rap shows. And he's now a close friend of mine, Mal London. What's good with you, bro?
What's poppin', bro? Appreciate y'all having me on the pod, man. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've been talking about this for a minute, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought you was ducking and dodging me at first, but
Nah.
Yeah.
Just life be lifing, bro. You know how it go.
I feel it. So just to kick stuff off, I think you may have told me this before, but just for our viewers and listeners, how did you come up with the name Mal London? Like, a birdie told me it had something to do with this dude named Austin, or like you was like going to Heathrow at some point. Like, how did?
Mal is Malcolm. That's my middle name, of course. And then London. Yeah, I was actually 18 or something like that, and I was making beats. That's where I like started, and I needed like a producer tag, like a name to send beats. And at that time, I went to London for like a week, and I was like, bro, it was a nice little week. We didn't do too much, you know what I mean? But we went out to London. I was like, bro, I'm gonna move here. Like, this is where I see myself at. And then I was like, you know what? London is a cool name, so why not Mal London?
Oh, that's fine.
Actually, and then part of that, it was Malcolm London, but there was another artist that had that name, so I had to cut the Malcolm part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never knew it. And I just got one more question before I kick it to my boy Cos. So, when did this musical journey, if you started, begin at St. Teresa's, and I heard your parents, they also have a musical background as well.
Man, you did. Damn, hold up, did some research.
Yeah.
St. Teresa, yeah, damn, okay, yeah. In Seattle, I mean, my family is just pretty, like well connected in like the church community out there. So my mom, she sings, grew up, she was a jazz singer like in college, and she was like gigging and stuff like that. And then my pops was just a huge music lover, so I was just surrounded by music. My brother is just like a phenom. He was like he's just today, like still to this day, he's one of the greatest singers. He was like singing national anthems at Sonics games at like 6-7 years old. He was just a phenom, really. And so for me, I just always took the back seat of like, dang, that's just super dope. Never really thought about it. And I got into playing like drums. Like drums was like my entry point. And then from there, just like I got into like, all right, let me start playing with the keys a little bit. And then I got FL Studios, and I was like in high school. And from there, I was able to like start making beats. And then I was like, oh, this could be a cool little career. Let me start flipping beats, selling. That's not fun. I did not enjoy that one bit. Chasing artists down and like trying to figure out how to get like placements. Like even at that time, I don't even know what that meant. Like,
I got a 5-pack for $50.
Yeah, it was nasty work. Let me tell you. And it wasn't even like that. It was like, bro, I'll give you this for free if we could just put my name on the, the credit. It was nasty all around. Just because for me, I was just like, I love the experience. So that was in high school. And so I got into music seriously like that, making beats. And then when I moved out here in 2015, I had the software, and I was like, why not start recording? And I was like sending beats, and one of those things of like, dang, I hear something on this, but nobody's biting and nobody's trying to record on it. So I just started recording on my own beats, and from there, just worked on my sound, and like my voice started to develop that. And from there, just kind of been doing it.
That's awesome. So I'm curious, for people that haven't gotten a chance to kind of dive into your music, where would you say you pull inspiration for your style when it comes to your sound?
Yeah, a lot of it is melodic. So, I mean, there's some similarities. Is like, you know, you got your Sminos, Sabas, Chance, the rappers, like that kind of clique of artists, especially in present day, that I definitely pulled from. Dave B from Seattle, this local guy. You know, he's not even. I mean, to me, he's like, I still look up to him in that way. He's just like one of those people, those figures. As you know, coming up in high school, like he was like that dude for me, and I was like, oh, he's dope. So it's like, and he's in that same type of that sound with like the Chances and the Sminos and whatnot. So that's like present day. But then as I, you know, growing up, I'm listening to like Roy Ayers, you know, Frankie Beverly, old school shit. My pops just has, you know, LPs. He has like a whole room full of LPs and records. So I was listening to a lot of oldies, and then that's on my dad's side. And my mom, she's listening to like gospel music, jazz, and you know, it's just a lot of like that type of influence is the foundation. And then for me, it's just like where I became more of like a student was just like LimeWire days, like internet, just downloading music and like why is, you know, who 50 Cent learning about that at that time. And like, I mean, I had an older sibling too, so he was putting me on to stuff, and I was like, you know, all right, I'll just take whatever music you got. And so it was just like that type of situation, like, you know, stealing his iPod and being able to like download kind of like my influence without even knowing at that time.
I gotta check myself. You know what LimeWire and iPod?
I have an older sister. I know what LimeWire is. Yes, they ruined our computer.
You seen an iPod before?
I have seen an iPod. Yeah.
What y'all know about FrostWire?
FrostWire.
No idea.
Man. I know that computer had viruses on that thing, boy. Woo, that thing was cooking.
That was good. You had the butterflies, didn't you? Just,
No, I just knew what not to click.
Yeah. It's a skill. That's a skill.
Exactly. You're like, oh my goodness, this is too much.
Yeah. Oh, don't leave your computer on and it start running on its own and pop. Oh, that's the worst. You gotta explain that to pops or moms.
All of a sudden, mom's coming to the laptop and it's BBL.
Oh,
welcome to Spank Bang.
Hey,
Oh,
you learn quick.
know. Wow, that's a crazy pivot from talking about this. What I have to say. When I look, me personally, when I look at the game, I would say this has been like a peak area for independent artists where you look at a La Russell type. Like he, to me, is like the pinnacle of what betting on yourself independent looks like, right? And I remember in his Tiny Desk concert, he was kind of talking about he has a song called Stand Tall, and he talked about how like when he quit his job and like that was such a pivotal thing for him. Now for me, when I listen to that song, it's about balancing like your mental health, because when you quit, how do you quit your job? Do you follow and chase your dreams? And I'm just wondering, as an independent artist, like how does managing your own mental health and you just balancing all that in the music, how does that go for you?
Oh man, that's a daily battle. I think, music right now is just in a weird space where everybody's just trying to do something to get eyes and get like some sort of just fandom in that way. So that just, you know, you drive yourself crazy in that pursuit, right? So a lot of it for me is just putting things in perspective. Like, you know, like if it's not getting too high on the highs, not getting too low on the lows, you're just really just managing that steady medium of like, you know, this is dope. I have aspirations to be bigger and doing more successful things. And on the days where it's like, dang, nothing's working, hey bro, let's just figure it out. You know what I mean? That's his work. There's gonna be better days. Like, that sounds cliche, but it's real. Like, it's just the day will pass and you will find the new thing to cling on to.
It's just like a different roadmap. So I appreciate you saying that, because, you know, some people are like chasing, like, I'm not trying to say most people are chasing this 360 deal, but, you know, like getting behind that label, like even just having talk about like how you were like chasing the beats and like, you know, if that wasn't for me, and just shifting to be like, you know, doing this on my own. So doing it on your own, just like, it's just another layer of vulnerability, you know?
For sure. Yeah, that's the 360, that's like, it's like ancient now. It's crazy because I feel like everybody is now creating their own small business. You're as an artist or whatever you're doing, you're becoming the brand. The brand is becoming the business, and then from there you figure out how to get revenue streams, connect with sponsors, try to figure out how you can get on these bills. And that's where the label can help, because you can be in like, okay, I'm signed to, Republic or whatever, and they're like, oh, we have this connection to this venue or these booking agents. And so Russell's a great point is he just built his business plan really on, from his independent grind. Like, I remember he had a show in Seattle that started at 3 p.m. Shows don't be going at that early. Like, shows be,
Hell no.
and it was 3 p.m. and it was like daytime. Like, there was no, like, it was him, a keyboard, and the crowd, and he was just rocking his songs. And I was like looking I didn't go, but I was watching on somebody's feed, and I was just like, bro, that is such a different way to approach the busyness of this industry. Like, doing shows earlier, simple as that. And so venues not going to tax you the same that they would tax the regular artists that would want to book that venue, because they don't need to have somebody there at 3:00. But he chose that. It's genius. My bad. I don't mean to get like super like critical.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Does it get old having to be like, you can't just wear a hat of being artist? I also have to be producer, A&R, marketing team, photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does that get burdensome at all?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely there's definitely, bro. If I could, I would, bro. If I could be just like the artist and sit back and like, wake up at noon, give me a little coffee, and just write a song, bro. I'll peaches and cream, bro. But that's not what it is, and I think trying to find like avenues that you're interested in that's parallel with the music. I think that's the most important thing to do right now. Like, for me, I love visuals. I'm like, that's part of it for me, where creating music, I'm constantly thinking of like visual ideas or ways to bring it to life on screen or whatnot. So yeah, finding those different ways.
That's dope. Now, I'm curious, was music always the passion, or potentially did you have other avenues that you looked at as like those passion projects?
Bro, I used to want to go to the league.
Of course.
Everybody wanted to go to the league at one point. And then I wanted to be a skateboarder.
Oh, hell yeah.
I went through my skate era.
Oh, hell yeah.
I could see that. I never knew that about the
For sure, I was locked in too. No, I was locked in, bro. I'm telling you, I was like playing like Skate 1 or something like that. I was like, bro, I can do this. And I like spent like 2-3 years like legit like skating every day. So I went through that time, and I was like middle school going into high school. And then it was always music was there though. So it was like one of those things where it just changed. So like started playing the drums, and so I was just in there behind the scenes, boom, boom, boom. Then I got into beats, and then I was like, okay, this is cool. It's like each time is just like a new layer kind of grows from it. And so now being an artist, I guess, and making music on the forefront, it's like, now what's that next thing to continue to push the envelope? And so that's kind of like the next journey.
That's awesome.
Really quick question. I'm like running this like longitudinal study right now in your life. Skateboarding, longboarding.
Oh, skateboarding.
Interesting.
I would not longboard for shit.
Okay, I just want to know.
Longboarding for me, like,
Very odd question.
No, because I just know a lot of people who skateboard, they transition to longboarding when they get older, because they're like, oh, just,
a little safer.
It's safer, because you said you was really into the skateboarding.
Sure.
Like, they was like, it's like longboarding is like, you're in retirement.
Yeah. And longboarding is like almost transportation. It's like a bike.
Yeah.
In my head, right? Like,
yeah.
skating is like the sport. Like, you got to do tricks. Like,
And skateboarding is the hardest sport.
oh my, bro, it's the
It's
most
insane.
impressive
So I
thing.
started as a longboarder, and I was like, let me get a skateboard. Didn't go well.
it's
Didn't go well.
Y'all
It's-
speaking Mandarin right now. It's all going over my head.
Every skateboarder I know is good at every other sport, and it's insane.
It's insane, bro.
Like my buddy Jesse would just pick up he's picked up soccer last year. He's in like a D3 league now. Like, it's insane.
Bro. And they're the most swaggiest people on earth, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they just have drip.
The
That's
steez.
just- it's just different. Like,
Yeah.
maybe that's part of it. Like, I love fashion. I love the culture around that.
I mean, a
like,
lot of fashion
skateboard.
comes from skate culture too.
For sure.
So we could say Tony Hawk's a top 4 white guy?
Oh, for sure. Tony Hawk's one of them ones, for sure. I gotta think of a list, but he for sure might be
Tony
in there.
Hawk top 4 white guy.
I put Sheckler above Tony Hawk.
Oh, I can't do that.
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, you're wilding, bro. Bill, huh?
Well, I don't know if I'm going off script, but
Nah.
commercial
Commercial break?
Yep.
break.
Right back, y'all.
We'll be right back.
Do you have an event coming up? A project that would be elevated by crisp visuals and clear audio? Look no further than the Backseat Critic Productions. Our email is bc.productions.pdx@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at bc.productions.pdx.
And we're back. Thanks for that commercial break. And just gotta shoot you some more questions, bro, if you got some time still.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So, I know you just dropped your project recently. I was at the listening party. Forever Hold Your Peace. What went into the naming of that project, and what was the recording process like?
Man, Forever Hold Your Peace.
That's a fire name, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I think that the line of like "Speak Now, Forever Hold Your Peace" was like the critical. Like, I mean, that's like the main portion of it. Of like, this is the like final moment, right? Like in those movies, like "Speak Now, Forever," somebody bust through the door, like type shit. But Forever Hold Your Peace for real. Like that's kind of like the statement. But you know, the album represents like a love story, and so. Not to get all like, you know, simpy, but you know what I mean, falling in love is one of those things where you know, it's hard and it goes one way or another sometimes. And so the beginning of the project starts on this, you know, high level of a relationship at its peak where, you know, the honeymoon stage is integrated within, and then from there at the end it unfortunately comes to the end. So Forever Hold Your Peace is really that represents that. And you know, initially when we came up with the title, it had a larger scheme to it, and I wanted to like do like triple, double entendres around that. Like, what does peace mean to everybody? Like, the idea of peace is this, you know, that can, you know, mean so many different things for people. So, but when I got into it and started to record it more, I just kind of fell in love with the story of just like what, especially being young, like what love looks like. You know, and especially it's like it's contrast to what's going on now. You know, I think trying to make a love album in today's climate isn't like normal. Like, I don't think people are trying to fall in love right now, folks, as we outside. You know, I can only respect that. But I was really in that moment of like, man, I just felt like it was needed, and it was just a perspective. So.
All right, I'm gonna A&R real quick. Please, if you do drop a deluxe for that project, do audio commentary breaking down each track, because like you have a good storytelling voice. Oh
man, I appreciate it, man. Actually, it's crazy. That was a content idea of like going through and creating like each song and really explaining it, because a lot of it is very there's hidden messages for sure, and you know, I love those like Easter egg moments, and you know. Like Kendrick's one of my favorite artists, and that's like his brand at this point. You know what I mean? Of like, oh, he meant to say this, but said this.
He was really talking to God, right?
Yeah. I love that shit though. Like, I'm talking shit about it, but that's for real. Like, that's dope. Whereas, you know, the depth within shit. But that's kind of where the project kind of came from.
Where? How long was the recording process?
Oh, bro, we finished that project.
When'd you start it?
This time last year, and finished it early this past summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, you've been sitting on that long?
Yeah. And that's another like a thing like where I didn't I mean, it's like realizing like the energy that goes into putting out a project properly. Like, I could have put it out and whatnot and just like dropped it and be like, hey, tap the link in my bio.
Unrelated, you know, this fool, he had me in a damn video without my consent.
Oh, bro.
Well, hold on, pause. That sounded crazy.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. You putting me in a spot right now. On camera? That's crazy.
Damn.
No, we was all kicking it on my roof or whatever, and you just bought a camera, a VHS camera.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we went from just playing games, and it was like a random link up, and then a whole bunch of people would just start pulling up to my crib, and we walked to this bar. I look up like a week later, all of a sudden it's like this promo clip going on. I'm like, hold up, why do I? What?
The homies are consenting to the content. There's no other way around it. Like, you know, homie, like,
I agree.
You're gonna be in some content.
No,
like,
I agree. That shit was fire though. I lucky wish we would have did something like that for Cabo, but you know.
Oh man, that shit would have been crazy. Things. Bro.
Oh, you were in Cabo?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I made the cut.
Hey, when we interview him, you gotta come on, and you gonna be
for sure.
and we go. All right, Cabo, that's crazy.
I don't think Tay want to talk about it, Cabo.
You had a good time.
Yeah, I'd agree.
a
Nobody
great time.
enjoyed that trip more than me and Keith.
We
Nah,
know.
we know.
We know.
Had a great time.
We'll keep it. Yeah, I'll stall you out. I'll stall you out.
Hey, he's a W friend. See how
Oh,
he
yeah.
pivoted. See how he pivoted. But we, the viewer,
And make sure you take care of your mental health. Get a massage when needed.
Hey, we didn't say it.
No. Tip a little extra.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whichever way. Okay.
On a lighter note, one of the things I really appreciated about the album, because knowing that I had you on, I had to go back, re-listen to it, and one of the things that kind of like caught my attention, because you actually kind of answer that question, what was like crazy to me when you were talking to Tay, where your single Vent, right?
Yeah.
In the time, in the day and age where you're like forever hold your peace and venting, and I'm just curious, like, how do you think venting, is establishing peace?
Oh, bro, it's you definitely need it, bro. You got that energy. You got like, I don't want to be like the energy guy, but for real, you gotta let that energy out, especially if you like going through whatever. So, venting, I think for me, I'm getting better at that. I'm not the type to vent all the time though. I'll say I'm your, as a kid, get up, son, what you crying for? Like, you know what I mean? Growing up in that way. So a lot of times you just take in whatever you kind of feeling at that moment and just accept it. But as I'm getting older, it's like, learning to finding ways that are healthy to vent, and music for me is part of that. But finding ways to vocalize certain things.
So I really actually appreciate you saying that, because like when we kind of get in this day and age of like when we look at like anger, like I think it's like a buzzword where people, if someone's angry, that like it's a bad thing, and there has to be music and explanations of these complex emotions where it's not bad that you're getting angry, it's how you're demonstrating and showing that. So I liked hearing just like how if I can just say it as like how the song and just how it was presented, where I'm like, I feel comfortable to vent this emotion, and it just felt like an open space. So I was like, I really appreciate that, because I was like, damn, I think I missed that shit. I think I missed like the purpose of it. Like I got the Easter egg, if I'm being honest with you. I was like, forever your peace, vent. I was like, that's the fucking thing.
Yeah, and it's really like that moment in that song is like, specifically, it was speaking to like when you enter somebody's life and you realize that you really like did some good shit for them.
Yes.
And they don't really acknowledge it. It's like the elephant in the room that nobody wants to speak on, where it's like, wait, time out, I'm not tripping. I'm actually like bringing that value. I'm uplifting you. I'm showing you how to level up, but okay, now I'm the bad guy. It's like that type of, okay, so how do you process that in real time?
I think I just felt that because I think I went through a lot of that. I upgraded a lot of people.
Yeah.
But from
100%.
that's another podcast in itself. Yeah. Now I do have a question. Huh?
Nothing.
Michael Vick says what? My next question is just like more of a follow-up, when it comes to the inspiration of the album, because I was just curious, did sobriety had any place when it comes to the album?
Bro, I was fucked up the whole album.
Really?
Yeah, no. I recently just got on like no alcohol out, At that time, for sure, it was just raw emotion. And even now, I'm just recently starting to like not drink, but at that time I was for sure, that was part of the process. Like the writing process. I gotta have my little Pinot Gris with my little, whatever, chill out, few drinks, whatever, get me in my good spot, and then I'll be able to like properly record. That was the mindset. Now it's like retooling that and reshaping that approach. But nah, that whole time, bro, I was probably in my, I'm not gonna say darkest moments, but it was for sure not like as clear as I am today. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah.
So I'm curious, what are the future plans after this project now?
Yeah, more projects, more albums, more songs, just more content, more like intentional content, like where you know, narrative based, where it's not just, you know, a music video. There's like a almost short film esque to it, you know, and having you know, songs that can really be visualized. And outside of music, I think for me, I'm going to get more into that, where becoming more of like a, you know, in the creative direction like position, where I'm able to work on projects and like, you know, really lend my eye or my outlook on something and work with brands and like low key using my music as like the what is it called, like the proof of concept. Like I can bring an idea to life based off of these parameters, these type of, you know, whatever, and create a product that hopefully sells, right? And so
that's even if it's not necessarily music related, you would like to work with brands in that regard,
for sure.
like more like the marketing side, right?
Yeah, I want to bring those worlds together. You know, I think the Kanyes, the Pharrells, the Tylers, the you know, the upper echelon creatives, to me, those are the people that do it, and that's what I aspire to be at, you know, at some point, you know. So yeah, that's the next things down the line. But yeah, music wise, continue to push more songs. Like I think right now I'm in a space of, you know, putting out a project took a lot of time, and it took a lot of focus to bring it together, right? I think now I just want to get to a point where I'm able to be more flexible in that way, where I'm putting out songs quicker and just being able to like just, you know, feed the streets in some ways, you know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And with that is our last commercial break.
Yep.
All right. We'll be right back. We're back. Thank you for continuing to watch. Mel, I'm curious, what is the Portland music scene like, from writing to producing to dropping? What is that whole experience like in a city like Portland?
Yeah.
Gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping.
I'm playing.
Stir the pot.
Stir the pot.
No, I need clarification. So what do you mean by that?
Like, is there support in Portland?
Is there support?
Yeah, for local artists and for people making stuff out
And
here.
artist to artist, or like general fans showing up to shows, like anything.
Yeah.
I feel like there's support everywhere, man. That sound political as fuck, but but nah, dead ass, like there you can find support everywhere.
Okay.
Now, is it the support that you want? Is it the support that you actually mess with? Now we're talking. I don't know.
Like, would you leave Portland if your music started to, you know, level up and you felt like maybe, you know, you could reach another level? Would you feel like you would have to leave Portland then?
In some ways, no. Some ways, yeah. I think if damn, I feel like I'm being politically correct, but I'm being honest. In some ways, you have to leave, because if you want to network with people in the LAs, the New Yorks, the Miamis, the Atlantas, you can do it social, and be on and that's a grind where you're just like building relationships virtually, but it's way easier to do it in person. So if you can show face in those places and being able, like, oh, I know you from this, and they can connect the dot and see you and shake your hand, then like that's way easier. So that's a way I think it's more beneficial to leave. Now you look at like staying is kind of dope too, though. Like I think there's benefits in that. Like I think Zaya Bell is a great example of somebody who recognized the benefits of like a smaller city, where she's been able to connect with people, build up her like tight knit fan base, and being able to in some ways leverage that for the outside, right? And so it's almost kind of how Drake put Toronto in the places in, right? Where Drake did the legwork, living in Houston, Vegas. He did all that. Like he was outside. But now at this point, and he's an anomaly, but he doesn't have to do any of that. He didn't have to do that for a while. He could have stayed in Toronto and been solid and had his circle. And I think that's where the benefit of the internet is too. It's like you don't have to necessarily go to these, you know, stand outside here. Can you buy my CD? You're on the internet doing that type of play. So Nah, I think there's also, and I'm rambling now, but I think there's benefits to regional experiences.
Got it. Yeah.
So if I'm an Atlanta-based artist, you can assume kind of my outlook, right?
Yeah.
Or if I'm New York, you can kind of assume that. LA, you kind of have a flavor, right? So I think I'm kind of like in the boat of like, I think the PNG, like Pacific Northwest, has something there. I think it's still being like etched, like figuring out what it is and like really how to make it identifiable, like for the outside. But I think we all kind of have a similar vibe, like, and I think there's a way in which, you know, trying to showcase that in a way that can be cool and that people can be like, I respect that. That's like a goal of mine, where it's like,
I love that.
Where, you know, I'm from, you know, Seattle, where we, you know, flannels and like denim jackets. Like there's a style here that I think I've traveled to different places. I can peep it. Like, oh wait, nah, that's something I'm familiar with. I grew up around, like.
Exactly.
So yeah, you know what I mean? I think there's benefits on both sides. So the long-winded answer, but yeah, I think.
Boy, you are a publicist's dream.
Right.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh man,
You answer that very concisely. I'm
Yeah.
be the next Barack Obama in this bitch.
Hey Keith, you got some challenge. You got a challenger.
Yeah.
One quick thing before you go, Tay.
Yep.
I'm so glad that you said that, because I try to find the word so many times about the Pacific Northwest, because, you know, I hope, you know, as this show grows that, you know, this is home base, but like if Cost wants to do something, you know, in East Coast, go do it. You know, if Tay wants to do something and, you know, in Texas, go do it. But I think the staying power, and I hate to, you know, make this basketball wise, where I feel like Lillard really understands the staying power if we stayed in Portland, because, you know, how he's feeling in Milwaukee, you know, I'm not, Giannis is a generational talent, but like, you know, what he was building here, you know, he was the man. And I feel like people get that twisted about, you know, our city. And, you know, I can kind of go and talk about like why we're in so many different silos and different episodes, but I really appreciate you breaking that down, because there's the power of staying. And there's a power of like, all right, yeah, I'm the kingpin or the queen pin of here. Yeah. And like, I'm sharing that and building that, because I don't know. I think, you know, Pacific Northwest in the next 10 years is going to be like one of those Silicon Valley places where like, you're like, you from Portland? Yeah.
It's a sleeping giant at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like, people don't realize Portland's bigger than like St. Louis, bigger than Memphis, bigger than a lot of cities you wouldn't expect, like Nashville even. Yeah. But nothing comes out of here.
We got motion in different places.
I feel like we're too chill. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that mindset.
We gotta pop our shit more.
Yeah. We're no one here. Like, grind is not what defines the Pacific Northwest, and that's a good and a bad thing. Because lifestyle wise, it makes a pretty nice lifestyle. But that's why we're not known for anything.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, quick pivot though. I gotta ask you. Like, I'm like halfway trolling, halfway serious when I ask this.
I'm scared.
By saying this. All right, you got a manager, right?
Yeah.
All right, your manager gets a DM from RCA. Future's gonna go on another tour. 2025. He hits you. He wants you to open up on the tour, countrywide tour, 40 cities. You bring your partner with you.
For sure. Definitely. Is she able to?
Yeah, she's able to go. What would or wouldn't go into that decision?
What do you mean?
Like what's making you decide one way or the other? That you want her with you.
I feel like if she's there, a lot of my worry, I wouldn't worry as much. In a way where Tay, you stupid as hell. He's good. He's good. Nah, Tay, you know, he's over there. Nah, deadass. Nah, I wouldn't have to worry as much. I think my girl, she knows me probably better than I know myself, and so she would put me in predicaments where she would, you know, take care of things for me where I can be at peace in a lot of ways. That's the truth. Now, would she? And realistically, she's a busy woman. I don't think she'd be able to do it, but I would love for her to be there. Real.
See, like we was talking last night about it. I said, yeah, probably, I know how he was going to answer. I was like, no. If nothing,
wait. You knew the answer already?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, for sure.
I was like, if nothing else, at bare minimum, he was going to have her come out on select dates because she does have the flexibility to do so.
For sure.
But I figured you'd probably say, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, Future, that's probably a key point. Like, it's Future.
Because of who?
Yeah, now, if you say, like, shoot. I don't know, like, nah.
Why does it make a difference? Or why does it make a difference? So, like, if it was Chance, let's say it was Chance the Rapper.
I'm good.
So what's the
It's
difference?
different, bro.
What is?
What do you mean?
It's rap. They both rappers,
Nah,
ain't
it's
they?
different.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
One is apples, one is orange. Like it's a different fruit. Like it's completely.
What do you think would be different?
One
about
is
that?
left. What? Huh?
What do you think would be different about it?
Chance
Um,
loves his
Some
wife.
more elephants
Chance-
in the room.
Nah, Chance
used
for
to.
sure. Like Chance is one of them guys, but I don't think like he is out there like that. The lifestyle completely different. I think with Future, we know what are we doing after a show? Where
You
we
saying
going?
a lot without saying nothing.
So
To a Future compared to Chance?
Yeah.
A Future's concert. Let's go. Let's just paint the picture. After the show, there's an after party. What does a Future after party look like, and a Chance after party look like?
Well, he divorced now, so he might be in the same spot.
It could be the same.
No, I vote with you. Yo. I get what you're saying.
It's a different
Magic
ball.
City versus we had a
Shit, that's
hotel.
just kid- yeah,
Yeah,
that's
with a few
true.
friends.
Yeah.
Usher,
Huh?
Usher.
Usher? Nah, he like an OG at this point. I feel like he just does everything for the
He's an
show.
unk.
Yeah, he for sure. I feel like at this point, bro, he is like if anything, he has been with anybody he would ever want to be with at this point in his life.
All right, unrelated. It's like fucking interview for just a second.
Yeah.
All right, y'all go to Usher's show and you're with your shorty and he holds out the cherries.
Yeah.
I'm slapping the
Nah,
chair.
we-
You know, you haven't finished the
Yeah,
question.
yeah, bro.
I'm not. I would not give the male ego. One, I don't like that, and two, I wouldn't give y'all the satisfaction to see me on Instagram being like, "Oh, look at I would suck the shit out of that chair."
You get on
I
Instagram
hear-
for that.
I don't give a
I
fuck.
thought you go viral on the
Exactly. I would be like, hell nah.
Why don't you just
gotta
eat
let it
'em?
rock, bro?
Nah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's Usher, bro.
No. That's okay. You can let it rock. I'm not gonna let it rock. Not on my watch. No. Because that's what Winnie did with Kyle Kuzma. She was like, he laid back and was like,
yeah.
but for me, I ain't got that kind of time. I ain't got that
I
kind of
said I'm
think,
not
bro,
playing.
just
I'm
the
not
visual,
I ain't playing
bro, just the
right.
visual of him
Right.
slapping it on her tongue. Like, no, we're not doing this.
Exactly.
I haven't seen that. I just seen the dance, right? I don't know what the.
Oh,
the,
you ever seen the cherries?
No, I haven't seen the.
Yeah,
cherries.
bro, he be pulling cherries out and like on some like salt based shit. Like, say ah.
All right, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the dance, like.
Oh no, dance is part of a performance.
Yeah.
This is-
Usher could get him to go ooh all that.
Yeah.
As long as he's
Now
doing
the cherries
ooh,
pop
ooh,
out.
I'm slapping.
Yeah. Security gonna take it out.
Local
Security.
black man. Yep.
I pray for time like this. I pray for time like this.
I don't care.
My bad. I got a self script though. That was funny.
No,
yeah.
this is fine.
Yeah.
Because shooting the shit is what we do best. You know, we're great interviewers, but also we like shooting shit. You know, Tay is an interesting guy. So one of my questions.
I'm an interesting guy.
Yeah, that was a great question.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, I thought I was like, we're just about to go.
So I'm not gonna lie. One time I was scrolling your Instagram because
we
we
like
had
to stalk you.
well, great interviewers. But this is like one of the things like before like getting an interview set, your first album rollout, and this is like after we had like our very first conversation, right? So I know you're in a relationship, right? And like there was like some album B-roll, and you had this girl swinging, and then I was like, oh shit! I was like,
They break up.
no. I was like, for me, I was just like, I just know how my girl reacts, and I'll be like, hope he's good over there.
Oh, for sure.
Now my question is,
Now I know the question.
Sitting over there like, nigga, you got one more take doing this.
bro, there was this one Instagram one where he had his shoulder. I was like, that nigga checking in, like, cause I might have to check in.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you because, you know, as a person who's in a relationship and, you know, your artistry requires you to, you know, work with other artists of the opposite sex. And I'm just curious, as a relationship guy, like, how do you have those conversations with your partner?
It's business. Like I treat it as such. Like that's the homie Maddie who was the model in that specific shoot. I always try to keep it very like respectful and like, yeah, I needed this. We got to get this shot. Like, it's more so the idea. Now that one did cause a little bit of like, you know what I mean, not within our like my relationship, but like my folks, you know what I mean. And it was one of them like, bro, y'all good? Like this is looking too like acting like y'all, you know, like and that type of it was like that type of conversation. And I just reaffirmed, you know, for her like always like, yo, is this cool? Like you good with this? And of course, any woman's gonna be like not wanting to see their man like hugged up on a girl.
Brisking, I'm just grabbing somebody out the air.
Yeah,
swinging.
it's a little much, right? But
you know,
I think going into it with clarity and being like, here's the reason. It's not just because I just want to have a girl with me. It's to showcase the intention, really. So she rocked with it. It was cool. She held it down for sure.
We had the wonderful opportunity to interview her, and let's just say, her gaze and stare is powerful, and it just reminded me. I was like, I wonder if she was on set, and you were like, "Are we gonna need a second take?" And she was like, No, we don't, because I just know how my partner is. Where, actually, kind of very similar to yours, where they hold things down, and like if you needed it for business, they understand. Yeah. But I also know that they be capping sometimes. They're like, "Yeah, this is okay." Sure. And you like, you fucking lying.
Yeah. They just store it. They store that feeling. They put it in the little Rolodex for sure.
little hard drive.
They saved that one for that argument that come up 2 months later. I really didn't mess with that, and it's like, damn, okay.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, all type of shit. So. But nah, man, that she wasn't there on that particular shoot, but she's met her before, and we've shot in the past, and she knew her and everything. So that's another thing. Like, one time it was funny. I had a shoot, and we had some females over there that she never met before, and she I wasn't on my here's what I'm doing type, painting the play out for her so she understands. And she pulled up. And I knew it. She had the hands crossed, and she held it down during the shoot, but then after I for sure was like, yeah, nah, I was out of pocket. It wasn't even crazy, but it was just the fact that it's just communication. I didn't clear it up, so it just looked crazy in the light. She was like, oh, you guys have females here? You want to tell me? Nothing like that. So it was that type of conversation. That was a learning curve though, right there. It was like, oh, okay. Let me get ahead of that next time. Here's what I'm doing.
The professional.
So I ain't got to deal with
I told you we had models on set. I just didn't specify
what kind of
models. I didn't want to misgender anybody. So
that's crazy, man. Hey, bro,
that's your funniest joke you've ever said on there. There you go.
Bro. You gotta think it's 2024, bro. You can't be assuming.
Gotta be open.
Being transparent, man. I know exactly what you're talking about. Was getting ahead of that, and I just appreciate you just even speaking on that, because if we're ever out and y'all see me with my partner and do that little nose twitch, save me. Be like, hey Rob,
yeah, pull me away.
Exactly.
Tell you I almost got me caught up one time. He didn't pull me away. And we can talk about it. The Makati nights. So I had to stop going to them.
So it's 4th and long. Help.
Yes.
Go deep. Help me out.
Tell you to not read. I was like, get me the fuck out of here, dude. Hey,
get to the chopper.
Ran the ball. He said he took it.
Yeah, we talk later.
Yeah, the Makati nights. Yeah, off script for sure.
Damn, I ain't been there in a minute.
Me neither, but I don't even think they do.
Shot clock?
Oh,
you got one more.
Don't you have one more, Jay? Jay, you got one more.
I'm sweet.
You're green, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, my bad. Before we open things up, even though you got a taste of we just like having fun here. My last question I kind of like to ask all my guests is when it comes to success, how do you want to define success in your life? Because I think career has an end date, but purpose doesn't. And what do you define as being successful in this day and age?
Man, my grown-up answer is, I'm gonna give you two answers. My grown-up answer is I just want to be comfortable. I want to be in a comfortable space, up with some good money on my pocket, being able to just move how I just want to move without having to think too much. And then on the other side of that, man, I want to be with the money. I want to be moving, bro. I want to be shaking, moving a little bit, traveling, seeing here, seeing there, in different spaces, being able to, expand the palette in some ways, and being able to be outside, and traveling and all that. So that's a success for me, I think, ultimately. Just being comfortable, having, of course, family around and being able to support my folks and the people I love. And traveling, getting out there.
The face tells it all. There's this diabolical plan. I love that because I have that.
Yeah, for sure.
What you're talking about.
Nah, it's when Bruce Wayne is sitting up there looking up on what's it called? What's the city called?
Gotham.
And he just staring at that motherfucker, and they'd be like, "Why he just looking mad?" Nah, he looking for the chili. He's trying to get his money right. He's trying to, all that. That's the type of for real. I think there's big plays that ultimately have goals, and so I think everybody should, you know what I mean, in that way. But yeah.
Hey, whoever, I just want to say right now before we turn on the shot clock, whoever doubted this man, count your chickens. They're about to hatch. I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, I know that look.
Nah, it's that sports mentality too, especially on that type of time. Like doubters, all that. Like, snort. It's one of them things. Like you just, all right, for sure. Mm-hmm. Keep it moving, and then the best revenge is success. Mm-hmm. Being like, yeah, well,
that's fire.
I ain't even gotta say nothing. It's known. It's well known now.
And forever hold your peace.
And forever hold your peace. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of sports, feel like playing the game real quick?
Let's do it.
All right. So I know you was here when Sis was here. Do you remember how I play shot clock? It's like rapid fire answers.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So we're gonna do a test real quick. Mm-hmm. Favorite color is red or blue?
Red.
All right. See, you know how to play.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Who means more to the city of Seattle, GP or Beast Mode?
Oh fuck! Is it like a shot or something?
No, just
beast mode.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, at least, my generation, for sure.
All right, that's real. All right. Anytime you go back home, do you eat dicks?
Is there another like?
I just trolling. Y'all don't know Seattle has a spot.
That's crazy.
Dick's driving.
I was like, damn, that's disrespectful. I thought y'all was cool.
I got it the second you said it. That's good. Yeah.
Nah, the pause was insane, bro.
Dick sucks though.
I didn't read that far. I didn't read that far because I don't read shot clock.
No.
No, I just had to phone. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I don't read.
I was about to cancel the whole episode.
I was like, I didn't tell him to say that.
All right, let's get back on. Let's get back on script.
This burger's just fire though.
The burgers are fine. The fries taste like paper. I don't know. I'm not.
Is this a Seattle thing?
Yeah, it's a Seattle thing.
Seattle In and Out. Got you. All right.
It's a worse In and Out.
No, I'm playing.
There's a reason it's cheap. I'll say that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, basketball game though. All right, dream collaboration.
Yeah.
Budget isn't an issue. You can get it cleared.
Just make the call.
Dead or alive. So.
Dead or alive?
Come on, man.
That's
bringing them back to life.
That's a laundry list, bro. The one off the top that I can think of, I mean, it'd just be like, damn, bro, there's so many, bro. I mean, Ye would be like, if the Ye that we all love, if I could work with Ye, that would just be the craziest thing. I just want to be in that chaos and see how him yelling at the engineer. Like, I want to see it, experience the whole, like,
Tristan, give me the address.
Yeah, like if Kanye is, when I want to be in that space. That'd be fun.
Okay. Stevie Wonder and Jay-Z both hit you separately for a studio session. Who's you pulling up at?
Stevie Wonder.
Jay-Z gotta understand. I'm going with Stevie.
Stevie.
Jay-Z wouldn't go with Stevie.
All right, let me remix that thing. Stevie and Kanye both hit you.
Stevie.
Real one.
Bro, Stevie, like, nah, bro. Stevie's a legend, bro. Like, why am I blanking? Who just passed? Michael Jackson.
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones. I'm blanking. Quincy
Seattle,
Jones, like
Seattle legend, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Quincy Jones, like that tier of, that's not even like, those are like the Mount Rushmore
of
like,
music.
Of music. Like you can't even, you don't even envision like being able to meet those type of people.
All right, last one I got for you. All right, moving forward. You can have any guests come on to the podcast. Only caveat is you have to help us get them on. Who would you want to see us on? Have come on.
Ooh, I mean, what kind of person? Anything? Music, sports. Anything. Anything you got pulled with? Yeah. Think about what he does.
Oh yeah.
I'm
trolling, but shit, if you could make it happen.
Yeah. I feel like on the music side, who doesn't do like a lot of interviews? That'd be fire. My homie, I did an album with him, Jay Jerry. Jay Jerry is my good homie. We did an album last summer. I called "Gone Leave a Message," and bro, he's an alien. Like the way he approaches like music, branding, like everything. He has just so many gems. Like he worked at Nike for 10 years, worked on the Drake Knocked the Line. He, Bron, Kobe, all like he worked with all the legends, and that's just on this business side. And then musically, he's incredible. So I always like tap in with him and just be like, bro, what you working on? So yeah, now he'd be a good interview, and I could for sure hook that up.
Right.
It might be virtual. He's in New York now, but
hey, we could do it now. We got the capabilities now.
yeah, he's a good one for sure.
We have the technology.
Yeah.
But all right, bro. Yes, all I got. Rob, you want to close us out?
Nah, man. What do you call it? I just want to say thank you so much, for being on the show. To be honest with you guys, one of the main supporters. I'm not saying we were in a like down year, but our kind words we've been sharing. You saw what this could be, and I just want to say I really appreciate that, and I really hope this is not the last time you're on here, because I'll be honest with you, when it comes to like new age like sound and wave, like bro, you Static Shock to me, like
Man,
bro, you like
that's hard.
yeah.
What a reference.
That's hard.
No, that's hard. And I'm not even saying it's just because you're my boy, but I love the music you make not only because it's already in a natural pocket of artists I fuck with anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of seamless.
It's like I even say like it being different is disrespectful because this is his own category. Like it truly is that, where it's for me it's like it's not this. Nah, it's mom.
That's why when people be asking me like, oh, what type of music does he make? Like, I mean, I wouldn't say he rapping, like he ain't singing, he ain't like just strictly rapping, he ain't strictly singing, he just his vibes.
And you kind of even go into like the marketing thing. Even though I didn't form into a question where like I liked it. It was like not Instagram. I think it was TikTok. One or two were like, "Oh, if you found this, you have good music taste." I was like, "This is
That's hard.
cold as shit
Yeah,
with
man.
that shit." I was like, "That is so legit."
That TikTok, man, that shit's funny, man.
So man, like I'm gonna just say lightly, just in a bit of our conversation, just and I really appreciate those words, and there's many positive things coming your way, bro. I can already see it. The framework foundation is strong.
Man, likewise, bro. And I'm just appreciative just being on the platform, and definitely I'm gonna be back, man. Shoot next project or just to shoot the shit.
Shoot this shit with us.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
You get this shit.
Yeah, for
Bro.
sure, man. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do sports talk, whatever. So
I would
Say less.
actually love that.
Say less.
Just come on the show and just bullshit with us.
I would love to, man.
Hey, you do, I have my libations, we get levitated, and then
I'm with it.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious, actually, real quick. Last question, sports related. Seattle guy. Are you a Thunder fan?
Hell no.
Is every Seattle person that?
Bro, what? That low key, them are fighting words. Like
I know.
bro, we do not fuck with OKC at all. Like we don't even acknowledge it. Like we just be like, yeah, that team
The
down
other
there.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they holding our stuff.
They
Like,
got the banners
they got
in the
banners.
warehouse.
So it's like, nah. When
I'm
we get
so
our
sorry.
team back, that fade
coming
is gonna
back.
be crazy.
It's coming back.
Like
Yo.
2028, probably. Yeah, I would say Climate Pledge is nice, man.
Climate Pledge is nice. Blazers gonna have some problems.
Blazers
Blazers gonna have some problems.
They already have problems.
but
They already have. As
It's
a
gonna-
fan, I'll say they already have problems.
it's gonna be fun though. That back and forth between Seattle and Portland again.
We need that
I miss
again.
that.
The league
I
needs
miss
that.
Even like soccer has it, and I think
And it's so good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so good in the soccer world.
100%, man. So it's gonna be fire.
Bro, imagine like once Keith gets his stuff rolling, we have that shuttle, and then
The train.
yeah, if
In
they-
20 years.
Yeah, yeah. But if they are able to do like a home and home like series with like I'm gonna guess they're gonna go back to Supersonics, but like, the Blazers and Sonics, and you could literally be at a Blazers game Tuesday night, take a shuttle, and then
Next level, bro.
Keith!
Let's make it happen.
Keith!
Yeah.
Sorry.
We gotta lock in the team first, though. We gotta get the expansion.
It's on the way.
I know.
It's on the way. Hopefully.
Vegas and Seattle, I think the two.
We'll see about Vegas. I'm not holding my breath on Vegas. They can't even secure the baseball team right now.
Yeah, Vegas is Vegas though. Yeah.
Well,
I digress.
if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. You know how we do it.
And download his project.
Yes.
Hey, that's love, bro.
Where can they
y'all,
find you?
Instagram, man. Let me do the promo. Let me get it right. Instagram, mal.london. TikTok, I have 2 TikToks, but the main one we really locked in on is the mal.london. And then I have another TikTok we doing some different things on called by.mal.london. And then yeah, those are the 2 major channels, and of course Twitter. I don't really be on there like that though. I just be scrolling.
Pops in and out.
Yeah, pops in and out.
Very racist there now.
A lot of people are leaving. You know what I mean? So I might be
And they have to
making
make posts about them leaving
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm gonna do an Irish goodbye if that's the case.
Yeah.
But regardless, yeah, those are the 2: Instagram, TikTok, and then of course streaming Mal London on all platforms. Man, you can rock with it. So nah.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. We're closing the year strong. We out.
All right, yeah.
Probably wonder if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.